Hello everyone, this is Anne. I want to show you what I've been doing with my blue collage fabric, just to give you an overview of one of the hundreds or dozens of possibilities. So I took the whole piece of the blue collage, and I have the green collage and the pink collage. So it's a piece that is about 35 centimeters by 50 centimeters. I don't know the equivalent in inches right now by heart. And you can definitively trim or cut little pieces and use them for snippets and other creations. But I thought I could start with using the whole piece and create kind of an apron, decorative apron, or a cushion. So this one will be a cushion in my bedroom because my bedroom is in the blues, even if I love pink. So I want to go in details showing you what I've been doing. Okay, and then I'm gonna work on this because I have some news about my shop to talk, the postal services in Canada and everything. So let me just show you in real, but if you're interested in purchasing my product, you need to stay tuned at the end. I'm gonna work on this and I'm gonna talk. I started with like a big it's like, see, it's bigger than a regular thread. This is already bigger than a thread for sewing. It's kind of a really big thread for sewing, like sewing letter and jeans. And I've been doing a line everywhere between, you can see everywhere between patches of the collage. Okay, I've started with that, and then I added this gorgeous doily. This is a Crafty Me Shop applique. This is a gift that I got from Jan. Jan, if you're looking, I finally used it. And this is a piece. Okay, so this one, and this one, it's the same applique from Crafty Me Shop lace, but I trimmed it here and I glued it in two different places instead of having one big. This is a Crafty Me Shop, the CMS collection, the antique vintage. Yeah, the vintage collection that she has. And I removed the mesh that goes with it. I just kept the trim. So there's more to that lace, but I just used the trim. Look at how gorgeous it is. These are handmade flowers from my friend. And you have some in the Anne's Favorite box. It's included in that box, and I'm gonna have bundles with that kind of stuff soon. This is another Crafty Me Shop, the CMS collection. And again, you can see I trimmed the mesh and I just kept one little portion. So we don't have the mesh on both sides hiding the details, and I don't want straight lines. So I've been able to kind of trim it. Look at that, beads and everything. What else do I have there? I have some laces that I have since a while that I bought on the internet. And I have an applique here. And I have here, it's one of my fabric, the Victorian ladies. And I just cut it, left a little bit of white, and you can see that I sewn all around. My sewing is not perfect, and on camera it is really zoomed in, but in real it looks more like this, and it's really good. I'm still a beginner in doing those projects. Here, what I've been doing is I added some real embroidered flowers here and here. And can I show more details? Let me zoom in. I didn't do the leaves, but I think I'm going to come back with doing leaves. Here, I did some leaves. Let me show you with my... Here, I did some leaves with a green thread. Here I didn't do, so I forgot to do those, so I'll need to get back to that. But look at that. I love that flower, girl. You know, they were selling flowers on the streets at that time. That was, instead of going to a florist, you would just go to the street. And this is one of a portion of the applique that I bought in Guatemala, that you got in Anne's favorite box as well for the year 2024. And I think I still have 2 boxes in the inventory, because I sold a couple during the Canada Post strike, so they will be out soon. Okay, so this portion here, I did some embroidery knots. It's all French knots, and I thought I would stop there, but I don't like it's just this design. I think you can leave it just without anything, or you can add here and there some embroideries. So I'm gonna complete it. Let me show you what I want to do. I have seam binding that I crinkled, you know, with just adding water and let it dry in kind of a ball. And I want to do that ribbon here and here. I want to do like a real ribbon like that. So I'm gonna sew this ribbon, this seam binding on the fake ribbon and add some embroidery. And this is what you're gonna see now. Okay, so I zoomed in a little bit to show you. So I'll just use a thread, one single, and what I've been doing too is I used an old quilt and I've put some parchment paper, and because I needed a big piece, so I wanted some noise, you know, when I'm gonna play with that or move that cushion around, I'm gonna have some noise there, but this is not mandatory. And then I have my fabric, and I made sure that I'm not stitching all through it, although if I do a cushion, we don't care. I could have just do all of my embroidery on just that fabric, but I didn't know what I was doing when I started. So what I'm thinking is I should just stitch that and follow the lines. So I'm gonna start with maybe securing my thread here. And what I'm gonna do, because I'm going with just one single thread, I'm gonna do a handmade knot here and trim the excess. All right. So now I can grab the fabric and just go here and there with some little handmade stitch. Like this. Now I go back in. So the stitching that I'm doing there are really tiny, and I move from under and I get out further, and then I do a little stitch there, and I'm gonna move under again. So that way we don't really see the big stitches. We still see there's something here, but I mean, you cannot really get out of that, I guess. So I'm gonna place it however I want and then do some stitching. Okay, so what I wanted to say is that the Canada Post strike is over because the government finally forces them to reopen, as it is essential to deliver like in the north of Canada, where there's no other companies that goes there. UPS or Purolator or any others, they don't go there in the north, and they're getting out of medications and food and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think it's a big part of why the government got involved into forcing Canada Post to get back into service. Maybe I'm wrong, but that makes sense to me. And so now they forced them to reopen the service until May 2025. So in May 2025, if they didn't get an agreement, oh, well, I'm afraid it goes back to what we had to live in December. But for now, the service is resumed, and well, of course, they had a backlog, so they just started accepting new packages. So I'm going to be able to do the shipping of the packages, hopefully, if Etsy let me do it, because right now Etsy is still blocking the purchase of the shipping labels for Canada, because they estimate that the backlog is too high, and that would impact the expectations of whoever gets that they have a delivery scheduled. Anyway, hopefully Monday or Tuesday Etsy will resolve that, and I'm gonna be able to do the shipping of the packages. But you can start again buying from my shop. If you need anything, you might expect a little delay more than typical, like, because I could see that the delivery, let's say for the US, was always around somewhere like just a week for the delivery. It was pretty quick. Even to go to the UK, sometimes it would just take like just a little bit more than a week. So this was really awesome. So maybe it's going to be more around the 2 weeks now for the coming weeks, but at some point they're going to be up in their backlog and back to the full service for the delays. Anyway, so if you want those collage fabrics, they're going to be available to order. I just tried to do some projects while there was the strike to not give you the idea of buying something from my shop because I couldn't deliver. So now I can start again working with my fabric and little things like that you might want to get. Anyway, so that's what's new, and the holidays are coming, so I don't know if you're ready. I am not ready. I still have to wrap the gifts. Yeah, all the gifts. So you see how it goes. I move from behind, and I just do a little stitch, and I can place the fabric like I wish because I can move the seam binding wherever I want it. So this is how it goes, and I'll get back showing you the end result. So I am running out of time to complete the whole thing for this video, but as you can see, I did the whole ribbon, the white ribbon, and I started to add some embroidery for the leaves. So at the end, when all the blue lines will be covered with just following with embroidery threads, they'll be all full of colors but a delicate thing. So this is where I'm aiming. So in a coming video, I'm going to show the how I turn this into a cushion, and this will be finished. So I hope it inspires some of you. Like, this is one of the big projects we can do with those kind of fabric. This is one of the ideas I had in mind when I created those. And the others, the little girls, the women's, the teddy bears, they can be used as a fussy cut and then thread on your projects as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.